So this is recording, and here we go live. So let me see. Boom. Okay, I think we are live. Now I'm going live on Instagram. Checking connection. You are now live. Okay.
Ready.
Perfect. Ready. So.
Yeah. Namaste, everybody. Hello from Thailand and hello from India.
Hello, Swami.
Yeah. Namaste, Swamiji. It's good to see you.
Good.
Yes, welcome everybody. We're happy to have time again with you for our every 2 weeks satsang and meditation. This time today we will have the topic of how to trust into life. I think it's a really interesting and important topic. And yeah, I'm curious what will come up, what we will learn today. And first, let's start again with a short meditation to focus ourselves. And so find your seat or lie down, but make sure you stay awake and aware. If you like, close your eyes. Be aware of your breath. This gift from Mother Nature, precious air. And I like to open a sacred space by inviting our spirit guides. I like to welcome all the enlightened masters of the past, present, and future. I like to pay gratitude and welcome all our teachers, our personal teachers from the past, present, and future. I like to pay gratitude and welcome all our spirit guides, our personal allies from the past, present, and future. Pay gratitude and welcome our ancestors from our past, present, and future. Pay gratitude and welcome the energy of Mother Earth, our All-Mother, making us to brothers and sisters, to one family. And also welcome and pay gratitude to the spirits of the land where you are at the moment. And gratitude and welcome the pure consciousness, your true being, your true nature. Take another conscious breath. And then gently, with awareness, open your eyes, gaze to the tip of your nose. And with the next inhalation, soften your gaze and relax your eyes. You can look straight. And welcome again. Beautiful, everybody, to have you. And yeah, we will jump into our topic with Swamiji.
One thing before.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of you are watching us on Instagram right now. So I just put my mobile phone here so that you can see us. But actually we have a live event on Facebook. So there you can also see Swami, which is super important. So everybody who would like to join our meditation and satsang, it's better to move over to Facebook live event. The topic is trust in life, life meditation with Swami Atma. So, but I will keep this running. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, that was perfect. So the topic, trust into life, I think it's really important. I mean, just now we had a little chat short time before with Swami Atma, and he's saying also in India, it's getting more difficult at the moment with Corona. And so he's lucky he could move more up into the mountains to stay with a friend at a friend's place that we met last week, not 2 weeks ago, last time. Mm-hmm. So he's still in the beautiful place in Himalayan mountains. But it's kind of this is actually, I would like to start with this question, because life is so unpredictable and it's uncontrollable. And I think sometimes this is challenging us as human beings. I feel like we would like to have this control. And so then we have this topic of how to trust, trust into life, but how to? Swamiji, can I ask you this directly?
Yeah, thank you so much, Anya and Christian Caro. Yes, I am in the Himalayas, and it's a very important question for today, as we all know that today everybody is affected by the nature's play. And in India, this nature's play is said to be what? Maya. The term we use is Maya. During all these situations, what is that we can have? And we were discussing that the best word we can use in English is trust. But if we say this word in Sanskrit, it becomes Shraddha. And there is no equivalent word to Shraddha. So we all discussed to each other and said, at least we will give the term trust to it. Because in this Shraddha word, there is something much more subtle. Actually, even the scientists are not able to understand about the human mind. Even if we are not able to understand about the human mind, how can we understand the subtle play of the divine? It becomes more difficult. Even when I was with Purnaji, day before yesterday, it was here, the temperature was like almost 10 degrees.
Oh.
Very cold wind blowing, and I was shivering. I said, what is happening? It is summer. And he said, even I have not seen this kind of. So we were saying there is a nature play already happening. These are some signs which are given by the nature that the human beings should purify their mind. And in the Vedanta, we say that mind is so subtle that we cannot see the mind. So here, when we are using this Shraddha, as a human being, what can we do? Through the same subtle mind, we can completely have Shraddha, which is the combination of devotion, dedication, and worshipful attitude towards life. And many times this is missing in our life. We become panicking. We panic for small things. We become angry and we lose control over our sense organs. We say, this is nothing. There is no nature. There is no play. There is nothing like that. But then sometimes what is happening, we are helpless. And during that helplessness, when we are having total trust towards that one thing, it is like we feel that we are held very gently, supporting us. Even if death is coming, we are not afraid. Why? In that state, we feel that I am not really going to die. Maybe I am going to leave my physical body because it is normal as a human being. We are not going to live like for 200 or 300 years. We will die one day. It is sure. So in that person who has Shraddha, even when there are something happening in his life or her life, the possibility for that person to know that I have trust towards that one alone, which is the total manifestation of everything, that cannot be explained, but that can also be like a feeling. And that feeling is a feeling of contentment, that is inner contentment, that has nothing to do with the outside world. If you are sitting with a Buddha, the silence which is there in that Buddha can be referred to that inner contentment. It can be the whirling Rumi. He is whirling for 3 days continuously without stopping. That can be said to be the silent dance. It can be the poetry by Williams Wordsworth, who is singing about the daffodils. The song is taking us into that field of daffodils, 100 millions of daffodils singing and playing in that ecstasy of nature love. So in all these things, we are trying to express the inner feelings through words, but mostly words cannot reach there. So for a person who is having trust in that divinity, it doesn't mean that he or she will not face difficulties of life. It doesn't mean that that person will be like always smiling and showing his teeth or just happy. No, that may not be what we are considering here. We are considering that that person always will feel that I have trust towards my life, because this life as a human being is the most important for me, and I have an intelligence which I can use for the highest dharma of happy life. So we connect to that dharma of value, virtue, and living a life which is full of happiness. So in that connection, what happens? We become egoless, we merge into that inner silence. This is what I can say, Anya.
Namaste.
Thank you.
I think it's, yeah, it's, what really is touching me is this part of devotion, to really like, but it's like feeling like giving oneself into the stream of life, into whatever appears, and like really surrender the ego, what you said, because we cannot control, and life appears as it is, and sometimes it brings beauty and sometimes difficulty. And yeah, I really, but I feel so often I try, my mind, I want to control, and when I realize this and I meditate, it's like, it's uncontrollable, and then really let go and surrender into it. And also what you said is touching me so much, because one thing what is sure is we will leave this physical body. Like I'm on a transition, on a journey here to experience this life in the physical world and make experiences. And for sure, I know one day I will leave this body, and I really not afraid of I think sometimes we're so afraid of death. Even now with Corona is there, and I'm really like have the compassion for everyone who lost someone. At the same time, all of us, we're losing our friends, our relatives, our lives, ourselves at one time, and we don't know when it will be and how it will be. And to be prepared, it gives me so much appreciation for life, to be aware of death and not see it as an end point, but see it like this is the transition we are in here. It gives me so much joy of life that is there. I don't know. This is how I connect the death and dying. It's a big, great teacher for me. Like I was so afraid of this before, but yeah, it's one of the biggest teacher that actually bring joy and appreciation of life. That's yeah, it's nice to hear your words, Swamiji. It reminds me of this yeah, perspective. What is your perspective on trusting in life? What is difficult or what helps you?
Funny. I love that we do this interface thing here, because exactly what you said is exactly what also the Buddhist teachings are saying. You know, like in Buddhism, we have the 5 hindrances of meditation, and the 5th hindrance is doubt. That exactly what you said, you know, like I start to doubt, you know, what is this? Why is this world so crazy? Why is there so much war? Why there's violence? Why there is, you know, child abuse and sexual abuse and, you know, all this human drama. And so the Buddha said, you know, what is the remedy for overcoming doubt? And he said, it's trust, you know, and exactly what you talked about. And I think it's very important to contemplate about. The Buddha made a very fine distinction between blind faith and trust. You know, that you not blindly think everything will be okay, everything will be fine, I will be smiling forever, like you said, Swami. So that is blind faith, but trust is that we know in the end it's just part of a much bigger picture. And the suffering, the Buddha was saying, is coming in when you're stuck in your ego. Suffering is there when I'm in my me, mine, you know, how do I feel, you know, what will happen with me, you know, when will I die? Then, you know, the suffering is taking place, and then the doubt can enter. If I just see that I'm just, you know, something really shining bright, you know, because when you said it, Swami, when you step out of the ego, you step out of the duality, you step out of good and bad, right and wrong, and you also step out of birth and death. You know, like that, what you are is beyond birth and death. And Swami, you said it exactly. I'm just repeating you. I'm sorry. You know, if you're you know, if you are connected with that which is the deathless, which is the unconditioned, the Buddha was saying, you know, then the real trust will start. Then you see that everything is coming and going all the time. That we are coming and going, and like you said, it's just a station. So, and what helps me is in times, and thank you, Swami, for also mentioning that. If I am in fear, if I am in panic, and I have the feeling that right now in our world, we are pushed into fear, we are pushed into panic, and then we can only react from our, you know, original reptile mind, which is reacting with fight, flight, or freeze. And then we are not able to live from our wise heart anymore. So what I do in this moments when I come into fear, when I come into, you know, oh, what will the future bring? Then I just go to, no, you know what, I will be fine, you know. And I would like to tell a little story, because also in the Bible, it says, in your darkest times, I will be with you. And I have a friend, and she's a very dedicated Christian. And she was always reading the Bible, and she was like, wow, is that really true? And so she said, I need to test it. So she took 2 weeks of holiday. She put her wallet with all her credit cards and money and everything on the table. And she took her bicycle and she started bicycling. And she said, okay, I trust in God. No, nothing will happen to me. And she said for a whole week, people were coming to you, oh, what are you doing? And she was telling you, you know, I'm on this, you know, spiritual journey. And she had every day a place to sleep, always 3 meals. She was like, after 1 week, she said that was too easy. So after she decided that she will just cycle, not talk with people or tell them what would happen. She said, I always had a place to sleep in the home of somebody. And there was one day where she had 3 bananas, but the rest of the time she always had enough food. And that was such an inspiring story, to see that there is, the unconditioned, which is not kind of like an empty space. Some Buddhists think, everything is empty, there's nothing. And the Buddha always stay away from nihilism. It's not what I teach, and that is the essence of the spiritual traditions, that you are able to get your ego out of the way to step into the unknown, and for that, you need trust, you need to jump, you need to fly into. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's beautiful. So always then for me, this question comes, what I feel also many people ask. So, but if I get stuck with my ego and life feels so difficult, and how to connect to the divine, how to really connect to this trust? And so, can I give it again to you?
Yeah, Anya, we have to understand that we are already connected to the divine. But there is a ignorance, which we call as ajnanam. That is why we chant ajnana timirandasya jnana janashalakaya chakshuran militam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Ajnana timira means when we are born with that light as a baby. We are already born with the light. But then the family, the teachers, or the society can become what? A kind of timira. Timira is what? The eyes become opaque. When we are becoming old, what we say, that this man or woman has cataract. So we all, when we are born, we don't have cataract. But when we are almost like 5 years old, we start getting cataract. When a baby is 3 months old, that baby is holding a pen in her hands. You ask this baby, can I have this pen? The baby will give you. Normally you see that. The 3 months old baby or 6 months old baby normally will give you the pen if you are asking.
Yes.
But the same baby, or she is now 4 years old, you ask the girl to give you this pen, what she will say, this is Mary's pen. I will not give, this is Mary's pen. What has happened? She tries to have a kind of possession. This possession becomes the greatest ignorance. Now, Mindfulness Project is going beyond all this possession, because I was also there with Kristen and Anya. We always had food together. Nobody is saying this is my food. If I am saying that, okay, Kristen and Anya, this is all your food, you are distributing to everyone. Then and if you are saying, Kristen and Anya are saying, oh yes, Swami, this is our food, we are giving to everyone, that becomes an ignorance. But at the same time, you are saying, this is our food. So here in our life, each and every moment we are having is from that divinity or the Supreme has in totality, in absoluteness, we are getting everything. In that, we are not like the Mary who is 4 years old, where she is saying, this is mine. We will have the possibility to understand that nothing is mine, but it is coming from the same source, we can even call it as divinity. This is the greatest transformation which is happening to us. And this transformation really helps us to open our eyes. And that is why we were chanting Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. So these eyes are now enlightened by the blessings of a guru, by a master. And that blessing of the master is more important for each one of us. So many of us will say, oh, we never had master, and we feel that intelligence is working in us. Yeah, that is true. It can be indirectly that we are being helped by that supreme alone. Even though we don't have a physical master, still we will be in ignorance if we are not really helped by the Supreme. So this trust is the greatest trust we can have, and whoever it may be, let it be from India, from Europe, or any part of the world, whoever has this trust will be living now mindfully and happy.
Thank you.
Add something?
Sure.
Okay, because I find the question really, really important. You know, what do I do when I get stuck? And Swami, I think we are in so much resonance today. Because what was going through my mind is when you ask the question, I have the feeling we sit and meditate and prepare ourselves for the times when we need it. If we only start, you know, when we are in trouble, then it's really difficult because, you know, the reptile brain is already active and it's very hard to come out. But when you practice and you really diligently go into whatever spiritual practice is it, you start to make the experience of that which is beyond, you know, because otherwise, and that's part of the blind faith, you know, we could sit here and tell you all great things. Swami can tell you all the beautiful things about his experiences and his incredible knowledge. But, you know, we are just sitting here to serve you, to say, hey, look, this is my experience. Now you need to make your own experience. And if you have been there, Ajahn Somcha is always talking about when before you came to Thailand, somebody tells you green curry tastes sweet. You can either believe it or not, you know. But if you have been to Thailand, if you have eaten green curry a couple of times, you know it tastes sweet, and nobody can tell you otherwise because it's your direct experience. And so this is why it's always so important. A lot of times we, you know, get lazy with our spiritual practice. Also, we do, you know, but it's so important to sit with the masters, to do your sadhana, you say in India, your practice, you know, to serve is also a practice. Don't forget that, you know, to hug people, to love people. But, you know, we need to keep our focus on that which is the divine expression in our life. And a lot of times we focus on things which are less important. And, you know, it's good to have a master and a teacher who always grabs you and shakes you and says, wrong way, you know, sit down again and keep going. So a lot of times the time before the disaster is super important. So guys, sit down and practice, you know, just really experience it yourself, you know, and then all the spiritual traditions say, if you do your sadhana, then the guru will appear, right? Swami?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For the practice, what I feel is like when we sit down and practice, it's for me really a training camp. So I also don't try to think this is my practice and then I did my practice and then fine. For me, the whole day is a practice. So when I interact with people, and at the moment we're just two of us, or with the dogs, I will observe myself and what way, what is in my mind, what are the emotions, what's going up, how do I speak to the other, what kind of world do I create? So I'm really, for me, and it's important to have the technical practice to learn to observe and slow everything down, because the mind can be really fast, so that we learn how to observe it. But then it's so important to really take it into every moment. So actually, then you also don't miss your practice, because it's all the time. You practice all the time. And for sure, the mind goes somewhere and you have to catch it back, and like often or sometimes. But for me, like the life is the practice. It's like what I think is really important, that take yoga off the mat, take meditation off the cushion, to make the whole life your practice. And this for me builds trust, because then I'm always like with it. So anything to add? Otherwise we jump into our practice. Actually, we're already in it.
You want to add something, Swami, before we start, or should we jump in?
We can jump in. I think we were talking.
Yeah, time to.
Right. I'm in a very talkative mood today.
Have a sip of water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's get ready. I think we do our usual procedure, that I would like to ask Swami to open the meditation.
Slowly bringing your hands to Namaste Mudra, Anjali Mudra. Making yourself comfortable. Sitting with your head, neck and trunk straight. Relaxing your body and mind with half open eyes, looking at the tip of the nostril. Feeling an energy at the tip of the nostril. Breathing in that positive energy. Breathing out the positive energy. Feeling that one source of knowledge is my mother, my father. That one source of knowledge is my close friend and is everything to me from this moment. I have absolute trust in that one source of knowledge, which is self-effulgent, ever shining, which is there within me in all the conditions of my life, in all the ups and downs of my life. So I pray to that one source of knowledge to guide me on the path of virtue and values, giving me the intelligence to also serve the humanity, not only living for myself, but like Buddha, Jesus Christ, and all other great masters served the humanity. Let me also serve the humanity. Om Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Anyatha Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama Tasmat Karunya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Maheshwaraha Raksha Raksha Maheshwari. Slowly, slowly bring your hands down towards your knees. Having total trust in this life to that supreme knowledge, wherever we are, let us feel the peace within us. Let us feel the happiness like a sunshine from within us. Our all being is in that mystical happiness. We are totally having trust to our life, which is throbbing within us. Each throb within us is bringing us very close to that knowledge alone. Let me hear that inner throb this moment. I do not regret my past. I am not worried about the future. This moment, my pulsation is directly connected to that knowledge alone, Vidya alone. My breathing is becoming very subtle. My body is relaxing from that source. All the happenings in the world are happening from that source alone. My mind cannot reach there. My sense organs cannot reach there. But my trust can reach there. My Shraddha can reach there. From my inner devotion, from my inner dedication, I walk my path this moment totally in trust. Slowly, slowly breathing in and feeling the touch of the breath in the nostrils. Slowly, slowly breathing out and feeling the touch of the nostrils. My eyes are half closed, still feeling the energy at the tip of the nostril. As Anya said, not only while I am sitting in meditation, I am meditating or mindful, but the whole time let me be mindful with trust. This trust in my life is more important. Let it be so. Let it be so. Let it be so. Gently breathing in, gently breathing out. Slowly, slowly passing over to Anya.
Stay connected with the flow of air along the nostrils. If you like, allow your eyes to gently close or keep them gently open, looking at the tip of the nose. Trust in to your inner voice, what is serving you. Imagine to connect to your inner center with a deep trust. Allow the air to flow to the center, breathing in deep trust into yourself, and breathing out from your center deep trust into the world. Breathing in a deep trust into your center and into your whole body, into each and every cell. And from every cell and your center, you breathe out deep trust. Feel yourself nourished and bathed in trust. When you keep your concentration with the breath, their attachment to the stories that create fear, uncertainty can vanish. They can pass by like clouds. You're connected with a deep trust, with your breath going in and out. If it supports you, you can imagine this breath, this trust, even as a vibration, as light. So your whole being vibrating, shining, deep trust. And if your mind should be wandering away into thoughts, be aware of this, knowing, thinking, story, and reconnect gently with your breath, breathing in deep trust. And breathing out deep trust. Trust in yourself and trust into the world. Breathing in deep trust into yourself, knowing who you truly are. A divine being, being of light. And breathing out, trusting into the world, into life. Breathing in and in trust, allowing the heart to open completely to the experience of life, to the great gift that is given to you to walk on this earth, knowing that you are so much welcome on this earth. There is never a mistake when we're born onto this earth. You can even imagine with your feet to connect and touch the earth, sensing your connection with Mother Earth and all life that's going on this earth. And seeing that all this life is connected, interconnected. No one can live separate from the other. Creating a web of life together. Trusting into this web of life, this diversity. Touching diversity on earth with deep trust. And seeing the divine and all diversity. It's an appearance of separation. And seeing in all this life going on, the divine life energy, this great power that's going through you and everything, the Great Spirit, this magic. Life is magic. And you're part of this magic. And the magic is also that we don't know the next moment. We can just be aware of this present moment and trust. Breathe in and out. Deep trust.
Then imagine that you're waking up in the morning in your home and you're doing your morning routine and suddenly it knocks on your door. You go to the door, you open, and you look into the eyes of that person which symbolize the divine for you. It might be Jesus, it might be Buddha, it might be Krishna, it might be Mohammed, whoever, it might be your guru, your teacher. So this person is standing in front of your door. And Yoshi says, you know, today I offer you to hang out in my body and I'm going into your body. And I will just, you know, live this day in your body. So imagine how your guru, your teacher, this divine being is going through your day. So you may be going to work. How would you be with the mind and the heart of the Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, Amma? Just feel this unshakable peace inside of you. Feel this vast knowing and this trust which is big like an ocean. Imagine yourself then coming home from work and interacting with your partner or your friends or your parents. What would change? How would you feel when inside of you is that divine being? With this open heart which cannot be heard. Which is this divine mind which is seeing everything. And maybe your friends or your partner or your parents are gone. How would you be with yourself? With this heart of compassion, the heart of love, and the boundless mind of gratitude and of beauty. And with this mind, I would like to ask Swami to finish the meditation with us.
Slowly, with that thought, which is more and more clear, within us. There is that light which is clearing all our doubts. It is like washing us with the purity of insight, which is giving us the fragrance of trusting life. And let us all hold hand in brotherhood to trust that we are safe in that supreme knowledge alone. Slowly, slowly bringing your mind to your breath, to your physical body. Again, slowly, slowly bringing your hands to Namaste Mudra. Slowly rubbing the palms. Giving a massage to the whole face. Feeling more and more trust this moment to that alone, which is the core. Again, rubbing the palms. Cup your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Slowly, slowly bring your hands to Namaste Mudra. Let this trust help us all. Thanking Anya Caro and Christian Caro for this beautiful hosting of this session on trust. Namaste. I trust them. Namaste.
Namaste, Swamiji. Namaste. Thank you so much. Amazing. And I got one thing that inspired me was also the being of service. And I think this is how we can create trust in this world also. If we take care of each other, this is how we really in our action can create trust in this world. And Christian just talked to one volunteer, former volunteer, and he said he got a job in Germany, and so many people are in crisis now. And so what he decided is to take care of one homeless person in his street, to really be like caring for this person. And we were like, oh, imagine everyone would do this. Like if you see someone in need, to help this person. So sometimes we wait for us, oh, I want to trust, I want this. But I think my duty is to create this trust into the world. And I can do this by reaching out to the others and supporting and helping people in need. And it's time the divine can work through you, and they will feel like so much trust into life and into the divine, because it's like a magic thing that happened to them. And this brings the smile and like this warmth in the heart. So I think this is a beautiful thing, how we can create the trust in this world.
Yeah. And also, Swami, you talked in the end about the brotherhood. So I really wish that we can use this circle we are creating here right now as part of our brotherhood, and that we support each other in the way we can. So, you know, we created this live meditation with Swami Atma Facebook group. So maybe talk with each other, connect with each other, support each other. And also, you know, in India, the situation is very bad right now. So whenever you have, you know, €1, €5, you know, €10 or 1,000 euros left on your bank account, please send it to Swami, and I know that he will give it to the people who need it the most. And, you know, that we, what you said, create this worldwide brotherhood.
Link?
Yeah, I have the PayPal link. I will post it in the recording of this on Facebook. Yeah, and we'll send it out. Also in our next newsletter, we'll send it out so that we can help our brothers and sisters in India.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So
Always
nice.
beautiful
Again,
to see you.
yeah, it's very nice, and it's like really satsang, the great satsang which is happening.
Yes. Yes,
Beautiful.
Swami, I deeply feel that. It's always so magic with you. Thank you so much for this meditation. That was powerful. Thank you.
Namaste. Huh?
Namaste. Have a great evening or day or whatever. And happy that you were with us. Have a great time. Take good care of yourself and of each other.
Namaste.
Namaste.
See you, Swami.
See you.
Okay, guys. Swami is already jumping to the next teaching. And yeah, I don't know how you feel. I love these meetings. Thank you guys for joining us. This is epic. I feel the power of the circle we are creating together. And I just love that we're coming together with more and more people who just really want to serve the world and who really want to make a difference in the world. And it's also important, you know, in times of our, especially environmental crisis, that our sadhana and our service is to, with every decision we make, that we keep the bigger picture in mind. You know, how we consume counts for the environment in this world. You know, how, you know, what things we buy is our spiritual practice, you know, to get away from our ego, to get away from my wishes and wantings, and, you know, invest our money in the things which are actually healing. A lot of people talk about that we need to come to a place of sustainability. It's not enough anymore. We need to heal. If we just keep the status quo, this is not enough. So let us bring our hearts and minds into that. And I just love what you said, that we can create the magic and we can create the trust for other people by the beauty of our heart, basically. Thank you. That was so inspiring. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, guys.
So easy.
Yeah.
Enjoy every moment, up and down, every moment. A roller coaster, up and down. Enjoy it. Really enjoy it, and reach out for people you see who are in the roller coaster.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
Absolutely. Okay, and it might be that in 2 weeks we are in a 10-day meditation retreat.
Yeah, that's right.
If COVID lets us. Now the numbers are going up here in Thailand, so I will pretty soon post the exact next date. It might be earlier, so stay tuned and have a look on our Facebook page when the next time is. I wish you all the best. Stay healthy, stay happy, get out of your reptile mind and just jump into life and trust and everything. Have a wonderful time. We love you all. Cool. Thank you. Oh.
No battery?
No battery.
Hey.
Let's try. So.
Hatte er das gesagt?
Nee,
wer war das mit dem Obdachlosen?
Nee, das war Vince. So, Hannah, Martin again.
Martin ist richtig, ne?
Ja. Marie, love and light to you all. It's beautiful. Mhm.
Hm?
Mhm.
Was?
Mhm.
Ich glaube, ich schicke Swami auch nochmal durch.
Mhm.
Hm?
Wollen wir einfach mal fragen, die
Was?
Leute, ähm, ob sie mehr Meditation wollen oder weniger oder einfach nur mal, um die Leute zu engagieren
Oder noch ein Topic?
oder nach dem Topic, ja. Wir haben ja noch keine.
Hm?
Wir haben aber noch keine.
Ja, ob die was haben, was denen auf dem Herzen brennt, wo sie zu gerne was.
Ja, das könnte man auch, aber Polls heißt ja Abstimmung.
Ach so.
Okay. Question. Hmm.
Jackfruit.
Ja. Okay. Gut.